I'm going to be playing Space Engineers as a bounty hunter today. I'm going to be attempting this on an official Keen EOS server. I picked a populated server right off the bat. Right off the start, I spawned a space pod thinking it would give me a data pad to a nearby station. It didn't. I tried again on like Earth-like planet. I did actually get a data pad this time, but gravity and server lag don't mix super well. I quickly gave up on this. I tried spawning on some of the publicly available survival kits. I wasn't expecting too much from this. I spawned in, this dude was kind of just staring at me. I don't know if he worked here or what. However, there were two stations with an antenna range about the same distance from each other. I kind of just randomly picked one. Once I arrived at the station, I had only found bounties for offline players, and on top of that, I could only accept the bounties if the players are online. Like, why did it even show me these? I'm sure there's plenty of inactive factions on this server, and there's probably even more inactive players from the looks of it. One of the higher bounties in the list belongs to a player named Dr. Dalek Hunter YT. I used my genius investigating skills. Assume he probably has a YouTube channel from the sound of it. I did what anyone desperate for a bounty would do and left a comment on his only video asking if he'll be on so I can collect his bounty. After about 5 minutes, it was clear he didn't see my comment, so I started asking around, hoping that for him to acquire such a massive bounty, he'd at least have a little bit of a reputation, right? To my surprise, not only did like one of the 8 people on the server know him, but he knew exactly why I was looking for him also. He filled me in a little bit about how he acquired such a high bounty, and as it turns out, all the other bounties I had seen earlier belonged to his faction members also. It's kind of crazy to think all the bounties on the server belong to the same group of people. Well, maybe it's not crazy, I don't know. I don't play servers that much. My new friend private messaged me to fill me in and ask if I'm new to the server, and I filled him in on the challenge I'm doing, hoping he'd lead me to some bounties. Dude I just met immediately threw all his teammates under the bus and invited me to his faction to collect the bounties of his comrades. Maybe it's because he recognized me as a YouTuber. As a side note, this is the first time I've ever been recognized outside of my small community. I was pretty surprised by this. I was invited to join the faction. I was filled in on what they're all about, who their rivals were. I was shown around the base. I was sadly informed that the McRib shipments haven't reached deep space yet, but I just had to bide my time and wait for one of his faction members with a bounty to get on. After a couple hours, I was able to collect not one, but 2 bounties from my new faction members. I would like to thank the Nomadic Trader faction for accepting me to their faction and allowing me to bring justice to their team, and for just being good sports about the entire thing, honestly. I went and donated my earnings to the faction bank and went to help on a factorum right after this, but this was much better than expected. After seeing all those offline bounties, I was considering giving up, not thinking there was any way to actually do this. Anyways, if you enjoyed this, leave me a like to let me know. If you're interested, we have our own Space Engineer server and Discord channel you can access from the description below. See ya!